Croatia is hoping for better fortunes as it prepares to fling the national currency, the kuna, in exchange for the euro. And the EU's newest member state has an idea about how its new coins should look.
Šahovnica kao podloga svih kovanica sa, recimo to tako, hrvatske strane, geografska karta Hrvatske, kuna, glagoljica i Nikola Tesla. To bi dakle u praksi izgledalo. Na kovanici od 2 eura bit će geografska karta Hrvatske na podlozi šahovnice, na kovanici od 1 eura motiv kune, na kovanicima od 50, 20 i 10 centi Nikola Tesla, te na kovanicama od 5, 2 i 1 cenat bit će glagoljica sa slovima HR. Dakle, to je ono što je važno i želim zahvaliti svima koji su sudjelovali u ovoj anketi. Bilo je čak oko 50.000 ljudi koji su glasali u tom kontekstu.
Most of the votes from the public went to Nikola Tesla, one of the 20th century's greatest inventors. Both Croatia and Serbia claim him as a national hero. And the choice has sparked yet another dispute between Balkan neighbors and wartime foes.
It's an old American saying, there is no success that's success in itself. And Tesla is a success story. People are now, in globalized world, very responsive to the fact that a name from our part of the world is suddenly a worldwide, well-known, well-accepted and cherished name. And therefore we are ready to, let's say we, quote we, I mean many of the people, including nationalists who are not hardcore nationalists, are ready to forget this little thing that he was of Serbian origin and decide that he is one of the important Croats in history.
Nikola Tesla was born into a Serbian family in Smiljan in the Austrian Empire on the 10th of July 1856. Today, the village is part of Croatia. He studied in Graz, worked in Budapest and Paris, before moving to the United States, where he spent the rest of his life and career, gaining American citizenship and passing away in 1943. His ashes were taken to Belgrade 15 years later, and that's where they've remained to this day. The Croatian historian Jakovina thinks that both Serbia and Croatia have a right to claim Tesla, but that they are not the only ones.
Nikola Tesla was born as a son of a Serbian Orthodox priest who was educated partially in Croatia and then in other parts of Austria-Hungary, which was a country Croatia was part of. And then he moved to the United States. Tesla became Tesla, or the electricity man, thanks to his discoveries in the United States of America. So I think that at least 3 or 4 countries could claim to be responsible for the electricity we use until today, at least Croats, Serbs, probably Austrians in a way, and the Americans, but he belongs to the whole world.
The Serbian National Bank stated that putting Nikola Tesla's image on the national side of the Croatian euro coins would represent appropriation of the cultural and scientific legacy of the Serb people and is therefore threatening to take legal action. The representatives of the Serbian national minority in Croatia think that the reaction from Belgrade is excessive.
To je meni bilo donekle neočekivano i jako drago mi je bilo. Pokazuje da ipak nismo otišli toliko dole koliko mnogi od nas mislimo da jesmo. Dakle, da su jednog prononsiranog Srbina građani Hrvatske slobodnim izborima izabrali da ih predstavlja. Vraća malo nade, to je dobra vijest.
According to the last census, there are around 180,000 Serbs living in Croatia and they make up just under 5% of the population. Serbs are recognized as a national minority by the Croatian constitution. They have 3 permanent seats in the Croatian parliament and are even part of the coalition government led by the conservative HDZ party. But after the war in the 90s, the heritage of Tesla was more of a burden for Croatia than a source of pride.
30 years ago, HDZ was responsible for demolishing of Tesla's monuments. 30 or 25 years later, they are now ready to put Tesla on the Croatian euro coins, as well as they are responsible for returning monuments to different parts of Croatia that were dedicated to Nikola Tesla. So there was some sort of growing or maturing in Croatia, and that might be a positive gesture. On the other hand, I think that I could partially understand Serbian nationalists who think that there is something sinister in this Croatian move, because 30 years ago, very many people also knew that Tesla belongs to the world, that Tesla was a scholar, scientist, who belongs to the universe.
Croatia, with a population of 4.4 million, has been a member of the European Union since 2013, and its citizens are mainly hoping that the euro will bring economic prosperity rather than political turbulence.
Ne znam ja u čemu je uopće problem. Znači on je i naš i srpski, pa kaj sad moramo razliku praviti. Pa čovjek je bio od krvi i mesa, isto kao i mi.
Nikola Tesla svejedno je poznat po toj struji, pa neka bude, pa šta? Ako su i ovi drugi bili, pa može i on biti, zašto ne bi bio? Nek samo vrijedi, nego euro, ali nek vrijedi, nego na slici ko hoće.
Paying with the kuna will soon become history as Croatia's planned Eurozone entry date draws near. Last year, Croatia joined the European exchange mechanism known as the Eurozone's waiting room, and the country expects to introduce the euro in 2023.
Selecting the design of the coins and the featured motifs is just one small step in the process of entering the Eurozone.
Ono što nam zapravo sada predstoji je ispunjavanje maastrichtskih kriterija koje zapravo ispunjavamo već od 2016. godine. Također moramo ispuniti određene mjere, dakle, na koje smo se obvezali, strukturne reforme, dakle, na koje smo se obvezali u određenim područjima. Također to ide prema planu i očekuje se da će sve mjere biti ispunjene do ožujka 2022. godine.
The main obstacle will be Croatia's public debt, which reached 90% of the GDP after the coronavirus pandemic. But Croatia expects its GDP to grow by around 5%, on par with the EU average.
Croatian citizens are already using euro in the most of the transactions, daily transactions, like buying a flat, buying a car. All the values are denominated in euro already in Croatia. Savings, most of the savings in banks, something like 80%, is also denominated in the euro. What does it mean? Meaning that Croatian people are already very familiar with the currency, used to use it in the daily transactions, and in that respect I do not expect any changes. In fact, only small cash transactions will be changed.
A poll by the European Commission in May reported that 61% of Croatians support the switch to the euro. And despite the dispute over Tesla, the Croatian government still seems charged up about the prospect of finally entering the Eurozone. Mirna Brekalo, TRT World, Zagreb, Croatia.